Hi bye guys, hi bye loves, hi bye people. How are you guys doing? How's everything with you? So if you're just finding this channel, my name is Uche of The Evolving Woman, and on this channel we'll talk about being a fashion entrepreneur, we'll talk about being a corporate worker, we'll talk about my lifestyle, we talk about being a mom and everything in between. So the idea of this channel is always to help my guys, to help my people. So whatever experiences I've had running my fashion business for over 5 years now, I share with you guys, and also I expect that you guys share with me whatever suggestions you think you have that will make my life easier. So on this channel we always encourage that if you have any ideas that will make life easier for us being fashion entrepreneurs, please do not fail to share it in the comment section. So today we are going to be talking about starting a ready-to-wear business, but on two basic skills. So we're basically talking about, you want to start your ready-to-wear business. Do you want it to be in-house production or you want it to be outsourcing production? So basically, let's break it down first. What is in-house production and what is outsourcing production? So in-house production means that you have like a factory or a production house or a store where production happens. So you have your machines, or you have your machine. It doesn't have to be 20 machines or 10 machines. It can be just one and one tailor. But basically, everything is happening within your chosen location, within your control. So you are in charge of getting the fabrics, getting the threads, getting the machines, getting the tailors, getting the fuel that you need or electricity. Everything is within a particular space. So you go through everything with your tailors from beginning to end. You can be part of the people sewing. You can also not be part of the people sewing. You must not be sewing to run a fashion business. I think we've talked about that before. But basically, in-house production means that everything is happening within your control, and the tailors that work specifically for you. So they don't take other jobs outside. The only work that goes on with them, at least during work hours, is work concerning your business and your production. But when you outsource production, we have like companies that are majorly into making clothes for fashion businesses, for ready-to-wear brands. So you just give them your design, give them your fabric. This is what I want, this is how I want it to come out, this is the delivery time frame that you both agree on, and then you go into it. The thing with most of these production companies is that they always have MOQ, which is like the minimum order quantity. Some of them says that you must do at least 20 pieces per each design, while some of them say you must do at least 200 pieces per each design. Yes, there are people that are big. So basically you have to find something that works for you. Outsourcing production can also be you just finding one, maybe a tailor that makes clothes for you, that you like the way they produce their clothes, and you be like, okay, so I have this design, I want you to make it like this, I want you to make it like that, make 2 pieces for me, and then you put it up for sale. So like, these people might be easier since they do not have minimum order quantity per se, but then again, as everything has a good side, it has a bad side, because when you go to proper production companies, they have like they have standards. 1, 2, you are supposed to sign contracts with these people. So if you sign contracts with production houses, it's easier to avoid issues. Is that right? It's easier to avoid complications, because time frame, they have to deliver within their time frame. There is the safety of your design not being mass produced. There is that confidentiality, that the design you've given them to produce for you, they will not go and produce for another company. But when you give your regular tailor that is along the line, maybe when she even makes your dress and hangs it or keeps it in her shop, somebody that comes in will not be like, this cloth is fine, oh, so for me now. She will just carry your design, go and buy material and repeat it. So basically, you have to weigh your options and decide, okay, this is best for me, this isn't what I want. So now let's go into the comparison proper. So the first point we're going to compare both in-house production and outsourcing production on is how much funds is available to you. In order to choose whether you want in-house production or you want to outsource production, you have to first think of how much funds am I willing to invest in this business? How much funds do I have at hand to invest in this business? Can I afford getting a company that is doing 20 pieces for each design? So which means if you are doing 5 designs, you have to produce 100 pieces. That's a lot of money. And you have to also think about the fact that it's not just production. They are just producing for you. By the time they are done producing, you're going to market, you're going to package. Packaging is on you. They just produce your clothes and deliver to you. How you want to package it to your customers is going to be on you. How you want to market it to your customers is going to be on you. How you're going to do deliveries is on you. Everything. So you have to also have that cost behind your back or in your mind. So you don't just end up spending, say you have 1 million naira to invest, then you spend 900,000 on production. Then when it's time to market, you start doing a very shabby job, or you start doing management because your money is exhausted. So you have to think of, calculate properly the amount of money you have to invest in this business and how much can go for this one. But if you have a tailor that is working for you, or you have tailors that are working for you, it's easier that you can just make gradually and market as you go. But where the problem with having tailors come in now is, if you start production, say you just produce 1 piece, and God willing, your star is so bright, and you post this 1 piece or you market this 1 piece, and you have 200 orders, it's going to be a lot of pressure for your small tailors or your plenty tailors to handle. Now, if you have plenty tailors and the others are not coming in, that's a lot of overhead on you, because you're paying salaries, you're paying you're buying fuel because you not keep them in the dark, you're paying rent, and then the others are not coming in yet. So it's a very dicey situation that you have to sit down and think very carefully, what do I think I can do? But my advice will always be to hire as you go. So if you start with 1 or 2 tailors, the more the orders increase, the more you search, you get more tailors, and the more you produce. That is if you decide to go for in-house production. But if you're outsourcing production, just calculate, maybe you start with 1 or 2 designs and market the hell out of those designs, so that at least the money you've put out, you're making back and investing back into making more designs. Another angle we're going to compare these 2 options from is going to be accessibility to your manufacturer. For example, I am in Delta State, and a lot of these production companies are based in Lagos or Aba or Onitsha, to the best of my knowledge. So now, just imagine if I give somebody in Lagos my designs to produce, and I have to wait. When they create the sample piece, they'll send to me first. You try it out, you see if it's okay. If there are corrections, you send it back, make this correction here, it's just a whole lot of hassle if the production company is very far from you. So something to consider if you want to outsource production is going to be, how close is this production company to me? How accessible are they? How easy is it for me to make changes? When you're doing in-house production, you don't necessarily have to deal with this hassle, because everything is happening right where you're seeing it. So it's easy for you to just try out pieces as fast as possible, even if you're not in the same location as your tailors. But because everything is within your preview, you can always do, okay, once you do this piece, send it to me while you are working on the next piece. So it's always easier for in-house production. It's easier to control the design and how it's coming out, because you can, sometimes when you put something on paper, when you have an idea in your head, when you actually do recreate it, it doesn't come out how you expect. So if you're doing in-house production, you can always check it out and be like, okay, I like how this is looking, I don't like how this is looking, change this, add this. But with outsourcing production, you always have to wait. They'll complete the first idea you give them, bring it back. Oh, no, this didn't turn out right, this didn't turn out right. So it takes a lot of time going back and resources too, especially in a case like mine where I'm in Delta State and the production house is in Lagos or Aba. So we're going to have to be doing deliveries back and forth, and these deliveries costs money. You know, when you're doing business, every kobo should count, and if you can cut it out, try as much as possible to cut it out. So if you want to outsource production and you can get companies around you to handle these productions, then that will be perfect. So another angle we're going to analyze the two aspects from is going to be contracts. Now let's talk about the outsourcing production. For outsourcing production, contracts should be very clear. Delivery time frame, sticking to the design, confidentiality. You see, with confidentiality, this is where I say it might not work for when you just go and meet Iyasukura that sews for you, that you are very okay with her clothes, and you say, okay, so create this design for me, I would sell it, and as I get orders, I come to meet you. Because like I said, somebody can just walk into a shop, like the cloth that she made for you, and say, make it for me. You cannot really hold somebody like that to not make the clothes for the person. So before you even release a design, there is the probability that you'll be seeing your designs elsewhere. But you can also try to have a conversation with these people. Please, this is my design, I don't want you to recreate it. Some people might listen, some might not listen, but you really cannot hold them to it. But when you're doing proper production companies, you can do proper contracts. You can, because these people know that you can sue them, as is a company to company. So you can actually at least be rest assured that your designs will not be produced, at least by that company. Because most times, even when people try to copy your design, they don't know the intricacies that is involved in the design, except people that have worked on that design with you. So that is why if you choose to deal with production companies, make sure that your contracts are very clear. Make sure that they know that you cannot recreate this design of ours for another customer. Make sure that the delivery time frame is very specific. Make sure that the design, they stick to design, because one of the issues you can deal with when outsourcing production is that they send you the sample piece and it's perfect, but when it's time to now make the different sizes and send to you, you start seeing errors. Maybe the one that they put that is a size 14 might end up being a size 12, all those kind of issues. But with in-house production, your designs stay in-house. Contracts are also important with your tailors, because the issue with in-house production is that your tailor can wake up tomorrow and say that I have a family problem in the village, so I will not be able to come to work again. That's how you've just lost one tailor. And you know you've already planned your life out. You've already tried as much as possible to plan out how everything will work. So that just kind of puts a stop on the whole thing. There's also the issue of your tailors falling sick, even when they don't leave you. Maybe something, just life will always happen. Or maybe when you've already put your mind that we're going to design 12 of these pieces this week, NEPA decides that, the power companies decide that you're not going to get light this year. You're not going to get light this week. Now have to start struggling with fuel, generator, and all that stuff. Good side, bad side. Please decide. So you have to always just weigh and feel like, okay, this is the one, this is the headache I'm going to deal with for this business, and this is the headache I'm going to deal with for this one. Then something else that is also going to be, we're going to compare them on, is going to be on quality control, which is what I said with outsourcing production. When you outsource production, it's very easy for them to send a perfect sample piece, but when it's time to deliver, and you know, most times when they deliver, you expect that they've done their quality control, everything is okay, it's already packaged. So when they deliver, you just put in your own brand's package and deliver out. Now I've seen a situation where the company said, the business owner was complaining that when she sends out design, you have people telling you that this top is a size 8, but the pant is a size 10 for a pack that says size 10 fully. So there can be that mix-up. It kind of limits the level to which you can control your quality. But having contracts with these people, which we said in the last point, helps to, if you have such issues, you can just tell the customer, please send it back. It's a lot of hassle for you. But to protect your own brand image, you can just tell the customer, please send it back. You send it to the production company, let them sort out whatever it is they have to sort out. But if you're doing in-house production, quality control is within your power. Before anything is packaged, people can check the stitches, you can check that the sizes are correct. In fact, when you're doing in-house production, it's good that you hire somebody specifically. All your work is to do quality control and package. Like, it might look like it's not necessary. You can start out doing it yourself when you just start and your orders are little. But when you start having 100 orders in 1 week or 2 weeks, 100 orders is a lot. So having one person do that might lead to a lot of oversight. So you can now hire somebody else to join you while the tailors are sewing and everybody is doing what they are supposed to do. So basically, once you've been able to check all these things, then you can now decide that, okay, this fashion business I'm about to start, I'm going to do in-house production. No, I'm going to outsource my production. Another angle I would like us to compare these two aspects to now is going to be the aspect of time. You know, when you outsource production to a company, when you outsource your production, it kind of gives you time to do other things pertaining to the business. Ready-to-wear business is way more than just making the clothes and selling them. There's a whole lot in between. There's somebody that is going to be in charge of discussing with the people that are in charge of packaging, creating these designs. There's going to be marketing. Marketing is a whole lot and it's a continuous process. But if you're not bothered about production, it kind of gives you time to focus on the other aspects of the business, and it helps the other parts of the business to not suffer so much. But when you are handling your productions in-house, it takes up your time. Even if you have tailors that are working for you, you know, you have to checkmate these people. You have to always be on guard, especially when you don't have a manager yet. For somebody that is starting out, we don't expect you to start out and have a manager. So especially when you don't have a manager, so it's going to take a lot of your time and it's going to be a lot of stress on you. But if you're full-time and you think that, oh, I can handle this, why not? Because it's going to save you a lot of the other headaches that come with outsourcing production. Now, the idea of this video was just to give you the different sides and the different things to note before you outsource or you produce in-house. Before you basically start your ready-to-wear business, this is one of the major issues that you need to think of and figure out. So I hope that this analysis has helped you so far. And if you did enjoy this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to subscribe. If the notification bell is not clicked, please click it so that when we drop other contents, you get to see it. And with that, I say ciao, my loves. I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.